Ariel, thanks. It's 6:18. All this week we're featuring ordinary people doing extraordinary things in their community.
This morning we begin our Remarkable People series with one of Ronald McDonald's longest serving volunteers.
THV 11's Denise Middleton tells us how she's devoted her time and efforts helping countless families over the years.
When a child is fighting for their life, their stay here at the Ronald McDonald House is unpredictable. But there is one thing families can always count on: a good home-cooked meal.
They just need that comfort, I think, because they're away from home.
After a long day at the hospital, families are often greeted by Gwen Haniff with a warm meal and a smile.
Just knowing what they've been through all day, it really means a lot that we can be here to serve them.
But sometimes she's there to simply listen.
Just visiting with people can make a difference in their life. Just being there for them and cooking for them.
For the past 10 years, Gwen has spent time volunteering in the kitchen, prepping, cooking, and baking for families in their time of need. She shared laughter, a few tears, made unforgettable memories, and friends like Ayana.
They called her Princess Ayana. Her mother called her that.
Ayana was here for cancer treatment, undergoing chemo when they met.
Well, she was the sweetest little girl. I mean, the sweetest little girl, but only 10 years old. And she had a lot going on. She was going through the chemo.
Their special bond didn't go unnoticed.
She would light up when she saw Gwen, usually running to give her a hug or telling her about things she had done.
Emily Pihoski has seen Gwen make fast friends over the years, but this friendship unfortunately ended too soon. One day, Gwen received a call from Ayana's mother.
She called me and said, "You might want to come see Ayana." And I went to see her in the hospital, and that evening she passed away.
Gwen lost her husband to pancreatic cancer in 2015, and she herself has fought and beat breast cancer. Still, her heart goes out to each and every family.
I tell you, sometimes when I go home, the prayers have to go up just for them.
Gwen's loving and kind-hearted spirit is what staff here say families need most.
Families, when they're here and they get to see the love that she shares, I think it overpours. I think you have no choice but to kind of gravitate towards her and towards the presence that she brings.
Gwen also works for Southwest Airlines, but even when she's busy there, these families remain close to her heart. She recently created a calendar for her colleagues to adopt a night for a family stay here for just $10.
She advocates for RMHC. I mean, there are so many people that know that we exist because of her.
And no matter the time or day, Gwen always shows up.
Not only will she come, she's going to bring her mom, she might bring her daughter, she's definitely going to bring some other Southwest folks.
Gwen has impacted a decade worth of families and is one of the longest serving volunteers here with no plans of slowing down.
My heart is warm from being here. It makes me feel like I gotta keep doing this. I have to.
All the while spreading the message about what the Ronald McDonald House is all about.
You never know when you or someone you know might need this house.
So very true.
Oh,
you never
that's
know.
awesome.
Well, tomorrow we're going to introduce you to another remarkable person. You can see that at 6:15 right here on THV 11 this morning.
So many great people here in Central Arkansas. I love to share their stories. And this morning we introduce you to a young man passionate about inspiring others through music. THV 11's Denise Middleton shows us why you are never too young to make a difference.
Every month, Jack Seabaugh pays a visit to Parkstone Place dressed in a suit and tie.
They'll line up for him, they'll wait for him, and they'll ask me all day long, "So what time is Jack get here?" I'm like, "Same time as every month."
Once he enters the room, he's got their full attention, greeting each resident with a handshake and a smile. Jane Fott is typically among the crowd anticipating his arrival, but admits there was a bit of uncertainty the first time she saw him.
I thought, oh my goodness, he's so young.
But the moment Jack began to play, all doubt went away.
You're a part of me still.
Oh my goodness, I was amazed, absolutely amazed.
Over the past year and a half, 15-year-old Jack has wowed a crowd of residents with his musical talent in genres from the 1940s, 50s, and sometimes the 70s too.
Makes me feel younger and remember when. Yeah, brings back memories.
He's the youngest to entertain at the retirement home, but the generational gap only brings them closer together.
I feel like a special bond between them.
When he was younger, Jack says he visited his great-grandfather at the nursing home.
I noticed that every time that they had an event there, how happy it made the people. And so I wanted to recreate that happiness here because I saw how much of a difference it made in the lives of those people.
So he began to take piano lessons and even taught himself how to play the guitar, harmonica, ukulele, and mandolin. Jack discovered his passion for volunteering while serving on the mayor's youth council. For his community project, he decided to volunteer at the retirement home, but when it was over, the residents kept him coming back.
I just really enjoy it. I love playing music, and so if I can use that music to improve the lives of others, then that is worth it in itself.
Richard Alcala is the Life Enrichment Coordinator and has seen how Jack's genuine love of sharing his music has uplifted each and every resident.
A lot of them don't get that many visits or don't get that much social interactions even with their neighbors here, but when it's time for Jack to come play, they know that they're going to interact with folks, they're going to have a better afternoon.
While they've had many entertainers stop by, there's no one quite like Jack.
Young Jack doesn't require anything from us. He just wants to come and play. I've even offered to buy him a pizza, and he's like, that's fine, just let me come back and play.
His caring heart has left a lasting impression on just about everyone here.
It's an inspiration. I wish I was like that when I was 15. It also pushes me to want to do better.
Jack plans to travel the world playing music when he grows up. But in the meantime, he's happy playing here once a month for an hour in front of a crowd who no longer considers him a visitor, because to them, he's like an extended grandson.
They're like a second family, and I love them very much.
Thank you very much. I love the applause there at the end. That's good.
Yeah, Jack is homeschooled and plans to someday travel the world playing his music. He also volunteers his musical talent at the UAMS Cancer Institute and Fox Ridge. So he's a busy, busy young man.
Giving back,
Yeah.
which I love to see. Love to see that. Ariel, thanks 614, and every day people dedicate their time and their effort to help others. We call them remarkable people, and this morning we continue to highlight their amazing humanitarian efforts.
THV 11's Denise Middleton tells us about one man's endless journey to show veterans just how much he cares.
Now these are some of the oldest buildings we have up here.
There's a lot of history down this road.
And they still use these buildings. Every building up here has a purpose.
Some dating back to 1906.
I'll come up here occasionally on my breaks or whenever I'm slowed down. I'll come up here and think about all the people up here, all the veterans who walk these roads, these fields, these buildings.
Mel Scott is the man behind the wheel, making sure no veteran is left behind.
I won't leave till they get in that vehicle. I'll sit there and make sure they're inside that car. And till I hear that car engine turn over, I don't leave.
The VA hospital in North Little Rock is home away from home for Mel, as he's spent the last 4 years transporting veterans to their appointments.
They put their personal life on hold. They risked not coming home to their families. This is my way of saying thank you for your service.
But some veterans are faced with adversity when they return home.
Like right now, I'm up here around all these veterans. They're in wheelchairs, they're on crutches, everything like that. And that makes me think, you know what, I'm not that bad off now.
Mel has never served in the military, but he has a disability called Cruzon syndrome, a rare genetic condition.
My legs, I don't have any cartilage in my knees anymore. And I also have breathing problems.
But that doesn't stop him from dedicating his time to serve those who have served our country.
If I'm feeling bad, if I'm hurting, when I do my volunteer work, the pain goes away.
Mel is one of about 700 volunteers at the VA. Michael Dobbs, Chief of Volunteer Services, says he always goes the extra mile.
He'll park the cart and go ahead and take them inside so that they know where they're going in the hospital.
Asking for nothing in return.
He has a tremendous heart, always looking out for the other person, especially in inclement weather when it's raining or it's cold out.
When he's not helping veterans, Mel is volunteering at the Salvation Army or with the North Little Rock Friends of Animals. Today, they're getting ready for a rummage sale, a big fundraiser for the organization.
We couldn't make it without Mel. He is the first person to volunteer for every event. He's here when it starts, he's here when it's over.
Marcia Mosenthin, president of Friends of Animals, describes Mel as her right-hand man. Rain or shine, he's always there. And he does it in memory of the dogs he's had over the years.
I play a little part in the role knowing that those dogs and cats find a forever home. Those dogs and cats are off the street being loved by somebody.
And if there's anything Mel can teach us all, it's to show a little love, whether it's to our furry friends, a neighbor, or stranger.
I care about people.
As Denise Middleton reporting, Mel says his parents' commitment to volunteer work is what's inspired him to dedicate his life to serving others. I love what he said about his volunteer work makes that pain, that physical pain go away.
Yeah, Mel, thank you very much from all of us for all that you do. And keep watching tomorrow. We're going to introduce you to another amazing Arkansan doing remarkable things in their community. There are so many people doing great things here. We want to spotlight as many as we possibly can. Coming up on 617 right now as we continue our Remarkable People series this morning, we're reminded that we all have a chance to make our mark in the world in a positive way.
THV 11's Denise Middleton shows us how one woman's random act of kindness is helping uplift strangers on their worst days.
Southern Blonde and Company is where owner Cheyenne Gibson spends most of her time creating hairstyles and finding the right cut and color to fit each client.
Makes me feel so good to make people feel like the best version of themselves.
But within her passion, she's found her purpose, a purpose far greater than her career.
I love the concept of paying it forward, so we just started to offer appointments that people could come and access free of charge.
It's called a love appointment for people in need, whether emotionally or financially. And once they walk in, they get to choose whatever they want.
We have facials, we have haircuts, color, waxing. Whatever we offer, we don't really take anything off the table.
A gesture of goodwill that almost seemed too good to be true for Amanda Gill. She came in for a haircut and treatment after learning her friend Jennifer submitted her for the appointment.
I didn't feel like it was a charity case or, I was just a customer that she wanted to make happy and make feel pretty again.
Hair and beauty hadn't been a priority for Amanda in quite some time.
In June, I had my little girl Adeline.
Amanda says she woke up early in pain that day. She and her husband Matt rushed to the hospital and learned that her uterus ruptured. Adeline went without oxygen for an unknown amount of time.
And so when she was born, she had to be resuscitated. And she suffered a lot of brain damage.
Adeline is the third baby they've lost. Doctors informed them it was no longer safe for Amanda to have children. But on the day she received the love appointment, her spirit was lifted in that moment.
It's so nice to see that people are still so caring.
Amanda found solace in her time of grieving through a simple act of kindness that's also helped nourish her hair back to good health.
And she looked amazing. And it elates us. We are just vibing so hard for the rest of the day. That's how it works. We all benefit from this.
Wow. Now these love appointments are based on the severity of the need. For more details, head to their website.
Awesome people there. They will also have information on how you can help Amanda and Matt on their surrogacy journey, to raise money to start a family soon. Good luck to them. What a perfect Saturday coming up, Marielle. Thank you much. We've all seen or heard of neighbors helping neighbors, but one man is determined to help his entire neighborhood by spreading love with food.
THV 11's Denise Middleton wraps up our Remarkable People series with a story of his unwavering commitment to serve others.
Brother Larry is a man on a mission.
I look at it like a family picnic.
Determined to feed as many people as he can.
A lot of times I get a lot of new faces, but I welcome them all, and I'm happy to see them.
The feeling is mutual.
To cheer them, they light up, and that's one time that I really get a chance to see quite a few people smiling and interacting.
In an effort to end hunger, every Saturday, Brother Larry serves food under his tent at 4 in the afternoon. But he's preparing these home-cooked meals well before then, starting at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I would bake chicken, Sometimes I would fry the chicken, fish, roast beef, corn, sweet corn.
He's been feeding his fellow neighbors for the past 2 years in hopes of instilling unity and love throughout the community. It's the sole reason why he purchased this home in this neighborhood on the corner of Lewis and 21st.
I wanted it to be a welcome spot where it would be a beginning for change.
Something he says the neighborhood desperately needed.
Throughout the neighborhood, there was a lot of shooting and a lot of killing over here. It wasn't a safe place for children. You didn't see the children them playing in the streets or riding their bicycles.
Brother Larry's home now serves as a beacon of hope for the community, but it once represented something else.
This house here was one of the spots that the drug dealers used. They sold a lot of dope out of this house.
But in the midst of the chaos, Brother Larry saw potential and wanted to bring a neighborhood he'd never lived in back to life.
You got a lot of suffering going on here. People in their homes are homeless in their own homes. A lot of them don't have running water, they don't have lights.
It's why his door is always open, allowing them to use his water and whatever else they may need. He's also hosted events and held a unity walk in the neighborhood.
It was about pointing out issues that look at the neighborhood. Nobody's coming in the neighborhood, making the neighborhood look the way it look except us.
Doris Thompson, who's lived here for over 10 years, recalls what the neighborhood used to look like.
Trash from here to there, and you know, it just, he come through and improved it.
Thompson says she's seen Brother Larry picking up garbage and mowing the lawn for the elderly.
He's a good person, he's a good guy, I mean, he's a good role model. Make me feel like I should be out here doing the same thing.
At one point, she says she wanted to leave, but after seeing the difference Brother Larry has made,
I feel like more like being in it, you know, staying.
Brother Larry hopes to see a ripple effect from the work he's doing in the community. His hope is to inspire his neighbors to be active and speak up about the things they want for their neighborhood, like sidewalks and speed bumps, reminding them all that growth begins with the sowing of seeds.
You know, whatever you plant, that's what you should look for in return.
Brother Larry believes everyone should do their part to make a profound change in their community, but he doesn't want them to do it on an empty stomach. So he's committed to serving food that's cooked with love and says his ongoing humanitarian effort will never cease, because you never know.
Today is them, tomorrow it might be you and I.
So true. And it goes to show you, you don't have to have a ton of money. You don't have to live in the nicest house in the neighborhood or anything like that. Just being able to open up your house and let someone use your water.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I was shocked. My jaw dropped when I heard that. That's
He's
amazing.
a blessed man. He's just sharing it with other people. Brother Larry, get this, Rob, fed over 1,600 people through his Hunger Here program.
If you'd like to learn more or perhaps make a donation, head to our website. That's also where you can watch all of the remarkable people we feature this week. None more remarkable than Brother Larry. That is an amazing, amazing thing he's doing.